Support WrestleTalk!
Download the podcast. WOKEN Matt Hardy debuts in WWE. Samoa Joe outsmarts everyone. And Nia Jax breaks my heart. I'm Ollie Davis, and I'm totally cool with that though. Absolutely fine. I've been singing other wrestlers' theme tunes anyway. And this is the 4th of December 2017 edition of Monday Night Raw. In about I just thought we had something. To shake things up a bit, a WWE show opened with an authority figure cutting an in-ring promo. Yes, it's become a generic copy and paste format, but for a change, this actually led to an incredibly fun opening segment. First up, we had Jason Jordan emotionally manipulating his dad, Kurt Angle, into giving him a title shot. Jordan got some pretty decent heat, and he's perfectly portraying his fake babyface character. Then we got Roman Reigns, who wanted Samoa Joe, and then out came Samoa Joe, who wanted Roman Reigns. A big angry guy wanting to fight another big angry guy, and Jason Jordan, nipping at their heels like some entitled brat. Trying to force himself into the picture, Jordan criticized Joe for attacking Reigns from behind last week. So what does Jason do just minutes afterwards? Attack Reigns from behind with a suplex. This turned into a cracking 20-minute opener of Reigns beating Jordan, with the added threat of Joe watching from the ramp. Jason put in a terrific showing, healing it up just the right amount, and doing some fascinating selling of the knee, even favouring it during his Northern Lights suplex pin. Joe attacked Reigns after the match, but Jordan saved him from being choked out. And how does Reigns thank him? By hitting him in the face with a Superman punch, because Roman's a bit of a dick sometimes. Jordan then continued his whining backstage about wanting Joe in a match, causing Kurt to finally snap at his son. Before that built further though, Joe brilliantly attacked Jordan and spat like father, like son. Next up was Paige's in-ring return after over a year out with neck injury. They could have had a quick match, obscured by the smoke and mirrors of faction interference, but instead Paige and Sasha Banks went a full 16 minutes of great back and forth action. Paige won thanks to some distraction from Absolution. Continuing the great in-ring wrestling, the Cruiserweights then offered up something completely different from the opening men's and women's singles matches. A fast-paced fatal four-way with an amazing top rope springboard Spanish fly. It was so good, the crowd actually started cheering a Cruiserweight match. Gulak stole Alexander's victory, meaning he'll face Rich Swann for the #1 contender spot next week. The only criticism I have really is the skip before where Nia Jax flirted with Enzo Amore, which is fine, I guess. I just didn't know we were seeing other people. After viciously calling out Angle backstage for giving his bastard son an Intercontinental title shot, Kurt promised to find Elias a good opponent for tonight. Enter Braun Strowman. Braun awesomely no-sold a guitar shot and then outrun Elias round the ring at a scary pace. Of course, Kane's music then hit, where he cut a creepy promo about them both going into the abyss next week. But he's on TNA. Alicia Fox took way too much of this match, but Asuka still won in about 2 minutes. This was more about the post-match though, with Absolution once again surrounding the ring and Asuka calmly backing away. Rosendeville then foxed Alicia up. Finn Balor took on Bo Dallas to decide who is the worst booked former NXT champion on Raw. The two had a decent match, but Dallas has been positioned as a glorified jobber on the main roster, so Finn winning a competitive match did nothing for either guy. Then we had possibly the most beautifully bizarre WWE segment of 2017. The debut of WOKEN Matt Hardy, WWE's version of his broken character in TNA. The coat, his ridiculous verbiage, that laugh. It was unlike anything else on Raw, and it was completely compelling. Hopefully this doesn't just reboot Hardy's fortunes in WWE, but also Bray Wyatt's, who cut a very interesting promo himself. The only negative was Michael Cole sniggering about the segment immediately afterwards, undermining its appeal. After some goofy Shield time earlier, where Dean Ambrose said he didn't know their title shots were tonight. Oh, Dean. Ambrose and Seth Rollins took on The Bar for the 38th time this month already. They had a fun, well-paced main event as expected, which momentarily seemed to be spoiled by a screwy finish, where Sheamus got DQ'd for beating down Rollins. But Kurt restarted the bout as a no DQ match, leading to a fantastic near fall on Cesaro and another screwy finish. Samoa Joe interfered, furthering his mind games with Reigns, and The Bar won in the confusion. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual rating ratings recap from top to bottom in order: core, average, poor, and bore. I'll reveal my rating very shortly, but first, vote in the poll above my head to give yours. I'll announce the results in tomorrow's WrestleTalk news. I absolutely loved this week's Raw. The in-ring wrestling was very engaging, matches and segments were given a lot of time to breathe, and WOKEN Matt Hardy debuted in a very intriguing fashion. This week's Raw is a high core. Dolph Ziggler shoots on his WWE booking, and which Raw star is out with injury? Click the videos to the left to find out. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.